We are on Edith Gap, and that's in Luray. The launch is an overlook at the parking lot to hike to Kennedy Peak. Edith Gap is flyable in light and variable wind conditions and in every east direction wind. It has become probably one of our most popular sites in Virginia. We have a steel blue sky, and it indicates actually an inversion. That means there's warmer air on top of warm air, so there is no much thermal going up very high. We're all struggling and battling to go through that inversion to get higher to go XC. Here I'm taking a cab to Kennedy Peak. That's the point, the highest point in front of us. It's a very popular hiking destination. But I decided not to go to the top because the birds are not going up either. But watch in the far end, the clouds are popping up, so the inversion is starting to break. The hawks are migrating back into our area and they're everywhere. And here they show us a really good thermal, and it brings me and Jim all the way up over the inversion. So we're drifting a little bit in the back, and I'm watching those clouds in the back. You see the white clouds, they're popping up, getting bigger and bigger. We need to get over there. So here I will start my crossing of Fort Valley, and the point below here is King's Crossing. You just follow the road, you see all those fields. So try to take a direction over those fields because that's where thermals will kick off. The biggest activity though is high up in the mountains at the end, and I have to get there. So you see that area of pines in front of me. That might work, and I'm struggling. It's bubbling, it's an inversion, I'm not really getting up. But luckily I'm not sinking out. Now look to my left, there's this shade coming from that cloud. It's going to be crucial for my low save here. So I'm trying to hang in there. The weak thermal is coming from the fields, and here's a shade, and the shade is releasing the heat from the woods, and now it goes up really good. You have to drift with it and then go up, and I'm good here. I'm going up. You see the clouds growing in the far end? Well, that's the convergence, and I'm right in it, and I'm riding up. So this is a north view all the way to Strasburg, Winchester, and on the Massanutten Ridge, we call it actually the Cooper Mountain here. That's also where Woodstock is. The clouds are popping up. And cloud base is really high. We talk about 7,500 feet. I'm not going to cloud base here. I'm just taking the line of the convergence and try to soon go down the ridge. At cloud base the wind is south, but in the valley the wind is coming from the east. So that's why I transitioned here to the Fort Valley Ridge. This is a nice look back from where I come. You see the convergence is all the way Cooper Ridge, all the way to the end. Meanwhile, the convergence to the north continues building, and I'm approaching Woodstock Tower. My best line would have been to stay in the mountains, but I like to fly the flats, so here I am opening up and flying to Strasburg where my car is. Let's see if we can make it to Strasburg. But there is no single thermal in the valley, it's all inverted, so I just have one long glide over here. So here I am, Strasburg, at the end of the mountains, single knot.
Hope you enjoyed the video, the time lapse of my flight all the way from Edith's Gap to Strasburg. That's where my car is. Unfortunately, it's on the other side, but there was a stiff wind here, and yeah, there's an inversion, so I couldn't get any decent thermal. And I didn't want to land in Strasburg because it's forbidden to hitchhike there. So I'm outside of Strasburg, and it's going to be easier to get a car because otherwise they're going to chase me away. And yeah, as you can see in the back, that's where I come from those clouds. It's building. It's probably going to thunderstorm later on. And in front of me, it's also going to thunderstorm. That stuff over there, that's going to go to Martinsburg, and eventually it will get there and thunderstorm. But big inversion in the valley. Went to 2,200 meters, like 7,000 feet. That was a good flight, and now I'm gonna hitchhike to my car and go home. Maybe help some other people with We'll see. Thanks for watching my video.